3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a
ton of sense.
What a cold intro. I don't know what that means at the end. I mean, I do, but you'll have to wait and see because we don't always do things as they seem necessary. You guys know that by now. So this is what's in your glass, and obviously that's the question we pose today to James and Greg. And what we'll do on this show is pretty simple. We'll just go ahead and do 3 rounds individually, so you'll see them individually on camera. They'll be nosing, tasting, and then they can do an open round where they can do either. Now, at the end of each of those rounds, they each get to ask a question that will help them deduce what's in their glass. So, here's the thing. If they ask a question that might be a little too descriptive when I have to answer it, I'm going to tell them to ask another question because we don't want to give it away just through something if they have a pointed question that gets right at it. So, it's actually pretty fun. At the end, we let them get together, chat, talk about all their experience, talk about their questions, and then we're going to pose that question to them. What's in your glass?
Now I'm getting caramel again. Actually, my nose feels like it might be working a little bit tonight. Well, all right. I guess time for a question. So, thinking about the rules here. I'm gonna go with my last question because I think it helped me out. Is the proof on this higher or lower than 100?
Higher.
Higher than 100.
Again, if you don't swirl, are you really even a bourbon drinker? First nose, it's alcohol. Second nose, alcohol. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it. I'm not getting a whole lot. Okay. Is this above 95 proof?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we are proof higher than 100, so that does, I guess that does something for me. All right. This tastes higher. I get a little more of a warmth kind of a thing than I did last time I did this, or actually last time I had any bourbon. Over 100 proof makes sense to me. On the nose, when I smelled it earlier, definitely caramel. That's always the flavor that comes out first for me. No different in this right now too. However, beyond that, there was some smokiness toward the end of it. In the middle of it, almost like an allspice kind of clove kind of thing. So let's take another sip. Almost a chocolatey kind of a flavor. So next question. Is this cask finished?
No.
All right.
It's light mouthfeel. Oh, there's definitely a big Kentucky hug though. Also my first sip of the day though, in general. So could be wrong here. Very minerally. It's definitely proofy. It doesn't carry the proof very well though. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like hot for hot's sake. Mouthfeel is missing there. Man. Is this a rye?
No.
Okay. Okay.
All right. One more here. Let's try another sip. Same flavors. Definitely some spiciness in there as far as like clove, allspice, that kind of stuff. Caramel not as present in the beginning, certainly, and then the charred oakiness toward the end of it, the smokiness. All right. Are we a Kentucky distiller, or do I need to get more specific than that?
You're asking if it's a Kentucky distiller.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Is this under 5 years old?
I do not have the specifics to answer that question.
All right,
Please ask another question.
Not age stated. Okay, great. It's blended. Okay, another question. It's above 100 proof for sure. Is this a batched or single barrel product?
Batched.
Okay. Obviously, that makes sense.
All right. We both tasted. We both sampled. We both asked questions.
Yeah. What did you ask?
So my 3 questions were fairly basic. I just realized now. Actually, I realized when I walked out of the room. The first question I asked was the proof higher or lower than 100?
Oh my goodness. I asked basically the same question.
Okay. So we're over 100. The second question I asked was it cask finished? And it was not.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't. So I didn't ask that question.
And then, well, I thought what I tasted was some chocolate at the end of it. And
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, I was wrong on the cask. And the third question I asked was, is it a Kentucky distiller? And the answer was yes there. So,
yeah, kind of figured. I try to stay away from that one just because I
Yeah.
almost always figured.
I mean, it's a ton, but anyway, those are my questions. What were your questions besides the first one?
Yeah, mine was the same. The first one. The second one I asked, is it under 5 years? And then he said he didn't have the answer for that. So I was like, okay, so it's a batch product, not age stated.
Okay.
And then I asked if it was a single barrel or blended product, which I kind of already knew the answer to that. So I shouldn't have asked that question, but it is in fact a blended product.
I would have guessed that just based on the way it tasted, but that's
for sure. Again, I kind of already knew that. I was just kind of like trying to figure
Sure.
something out. But yeah, I mean, to me, it was hot, not a lot of mouthfeel.
it was very thin, very thin. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and I asked if it was a rye as well, and it's
Okay,
not
not a rye.
Which again I kind of figured, but
Okay.
just to clarify, just to point me in the right direction. So I'm assuming it is a 110-ish, 115 proof bourbon.
It feels higher. What were we rolling in with the last time we did this? I forget. It was like 105 or something.
What, the Starlight that we did last time?
What was that?
Oh, that one was I think that was only 111.
112.
Okay.
Oh, 112. Sorry, yeah.
This one, I feel like this one. This may just be my palate tonight, but I feel like this is higher than that.
I think it's hotter too. It's just, but it also doesn't carry it very well. So I'm just not
No, it
sure.
doesn't. Well, it makes me feel like it's newer then as well.
Right, which is why I asked if it was
Sure.
lower than 5 years, and you look at the color too. It is not
No,
dark.
it's not dark at all.
It
which
is
means
not dark. So
it's not sitting against the wood very long. So
right, this is a young product that's blended. I wonder. I have no inkling of who has made this product.
I had one thought because I feel like I have tasted something like this a few times, and I think I have this bottle at home, and I'm almost at the point where I might just drain pour the whole thing.
Oh wow, really?
But I didn't care for this. You said the same thing, so I didn't say that initially. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I don't love it.
But let me take another sip of it here and see if that changes my mind.
I do get that kind of like dark cocoa espresso thing you're talking about at the back end, which I do actually kind of like that. I just hate the mouthfeel so much. Like it's just so incredibly thin.
But that, I hate the cocoa thing also. I think I may have been off a little bit in terms of it might have just been the oak, the char. That I'm tasting too, like the smokiness. I said that initially first, so I don't know.
I mean, that can easily present itself as
right
dark chocolate and espresso-esque flavors. Like some Wilderness Trail has had that. For me,
for sure.
So I don't think this is a Wilderness Trail. Though.
You know what else has had that? Some of the not the full proof or the single barrel, but some of the small batch 1792 stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, this could be a Barton product, but it's super light.
I know, but I mean. I was almost thinking
1792 small batch, maybe.
It might have been the Kirkland small batch.
Oh, the Kirkland. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't had that, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
That was my initial thought.
Interesting. Well, I don't really have a guess, to be honest with you, so I could roll with that. But what's the proof on that though?
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I feel like it's lower than 100, but I'm not sure.
Now, don't forget, you guys also have
Yes.
the shitty opportunity.
Is it 2 questions?
You know, it's one
Another
question
one
or the
question,
fun fact.
but
So,
you have to agree on it.
Okay.
One fun fact.
so here's the thing: if we ask a question, right, it's got to be like a question that is going to be better indefinitely, or like, for sure than
pointed.
the fun fact, right?
Right.
But if we're lost, the fun fact may actually do more help than the pointed question.
Yeah.
So as of right now, we don't really have a distillery in mind.
No.
So
I'm leaning toward fun fact.
me too.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy. But the fun fact also could just be neat for the viewers as well.
Sure. You want to do a fun fact?
Let's do it. Fun fact.
We're asking a fun fact.
Nate, fun facted.
Okay. This bottle was featured prominently in the opening scenes of the movie Bad Santa.
Shit. I don't remember. Do you?
You know what? The fun fact was a terrible idea.
You know the movie.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in so long. I have no idea. It's got to be something that's not
It's gotta
great.
be something
right?
cheap, something
cheap
shitty.
on a shelf.
Oh,
like
it's gotta be Jim Beam or just some sort of shelfie like that.
But again, it's kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
So like none of those. Sorry, it's all good. None of those like normal stuff that you can get. I mean,
Well, wasn't
like
he- so
Jim Beam
he-
bottled in bond is 100, but again, he said it was over 100.
But he was so in the movie. I just remembered he was just fucking swigging out of the bottle, like just he was in his filthy fucking Santa suit, just sitting drinking alone.
Right.
What bottle? Like you're not going to be holding like a 1792 bottle. That's a weird feeling when you're just kind of
it's
when you're
not
brown
gonna
paper
be
bagging it.
That it's gonna be.
And we don't.
Is it like maker's cast strength or like something like that?
Could be. What about any of the wild turkey stuff? The
101?
yeah.
No way. I love 101. This isn't 101. He also said it's not wild turkey earlier.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
To be fair, when we were standing out there talking about the show itself, I said not Wild Turkey.
There.
it's the only time he's given us a
Yeah,
hint
and
like
for
that, so-
everyone off camera wondering why that statement came out.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I've had some Four Roses. Some of the small batch Four Roses stuff. That although that's not over 100 proof though either.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm trying to figure out what is this young that's like higher proof, like that's like that you can easily get that would be on a movie.
You guys have any kind of guess yet, or you want to mill it around for a second or two?
I'm gonna do another. No, I don't
You
think
know.
another sip is gonna do me any good, but I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, I am not gonna finish this, but I just need to figure out what the hell it is. So now that I've been drinking it more, it doesn't seem as hot as I initially thought.
I agree.
Oh wait, dude, is this 1920 or 1910?
Ooh, it might be. But I really like 1920. And
Is this an Old Forester product? But there's a higher proof, right?
Mhm.
One of them's 97, one of them's 87. Oh,
no,
fuck,
Not gonna
that's
work.
not it. Oh man, this is really difficult. Oh, you got us good, man. You got us good.
all right. My guess you want to go with
Oh, Maker's Cask Strength?
Maker's
I
Cast
guess?
Strength. That's I think
don't think
it's
it's
fairly
right.
it's fairly available. I don't think it's right either.
I don't know.
What about Jim Beam? Is there anything in the Jim Beam lineup?
There's gotta be, but this also doesn't strike me as a beam product.
No,
either.
it doesn't to me either.
There's no nuts. There's no nuttiness there.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're
Oh,
wrong.
Woodford.
Oh, Woodford.
Double oaked? No,
it's
that'd
too
be darker.
dark. It's too. It's also it'd be way darker.
Yeah.
Also, it's not. You guys said it was cask finished, which I guess technically double oaked is not. It's just another oak barrel,
Right.
But it's also just too
Right.
low in proof, anyways. Man, he's gonna say it, and we're gonna be like, "Wow, how did we not think of
Yeah.
that?" Whatever.
Let's go Maker's Cast.
Maker's cast strength.
That's our guess. Final answer.
Show us the actual.
And it's wrong.
Okay. So before I get the bottle out, let's go over a few things. let's twist the knife of agony a little bit.
Oh no!
All right. There was a question: is this a rye? It is not. It is a high rye mash bill, however.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Let's see. 63 corn, 27 rye, 10% malted barley. If you really want to know specifically. There was a question.
Still doesn't fit any of them.
It doesn't. It doesn't do
There really
anything.
wasn't a question about this, but this was probably what. This is something that I think I've been starting to think more, but I wouldn't come here for a question for you guys. Is this is widely regarded as something that could go both as a mixer or a neat pour, which really actually does narrow things down when you think about it, because you're not going to go that direction.
To me, this is not a neat pour. This is a mixer, if anything else.
Sure, this is also actually one of the dated back to 1840 as its roots, at least for the company. Though most people believe that this recipe was being made then. It can only be proven for the last 140 years. So, without further ado, three, two, one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot.
That makes
of
a
sense.
ton of sense.
Old Granddad, 114. Everybody. Yep, that makes sense.
I had this the last time was college, I think. I don't know.
Really funny. You were definitely right about it being above 112 by 2 points.
Yeah,
So you were not wrong there.
I was wrong about everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I stand by everything I said. I thought it was thin, and I think a lot of people regard this particular bottle as one that is readily available and pretty good for the price.
MSRP $25.
Yeah,
Oh,
$25 MSRP.
The price is fine.
114 proof. You can't really get that sort of stuff.
Right.
It's definitely really young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another fun fact, which I was holding because I felt it may have given away if you guys knew this, that is the exact same mash bill as Basil Hayden.
I would not have known
I
that.
actually didn't know that, but now that I do know that, I could see it.
I'm not a Basil Hayden fan either. So
Nope.
And then to close out on your questions, the one thing is why I answered the age stated question is because the only one that we know of the old Granddad line to be age stated is the bonded, because it has to be 4 years.
Right.
all right, guys, the world's hard. Life is hard. Being an adult sucks. Be kind to yourself.
Cheers. Bye.